Ariana Grande draws backlash after calling Jeffrey Dahmer her dream dinner guest. Ariana Grande has revealed who her dream dinner guest would be, leaving fans wondering if she should have picked someone else. The So What singer recently appeared on the podcast, Podcrushed, with hosts Penn Badgley, Sophie Ansari and Nava Kavalin, where she admitted that she previously told fans that her dream dinner guest would be Jeffrey Dahmer, the famous serial killer who murdered and dismembered 17 people between 1978 and 1991. "When I was younger, I was fascinated by serial killers," Grande said on the podcast. "It was between my character Kat, in Sam and Cat, and Pops, so there was a group of young people, and they were there with their parents, and somebody said, if you could have dinner with one person, dead or alive, who would it be? I thought, oh, you're so cute," she continued, adding that she asked the group of parents if they could answer honestly. They were like, "Yeah, what's the answer?" And I was like, "I mean, Jeffrey Dahmer is so attractive." Her answer was true, and the "thank you" next singer told the podcast host that she still wanted to meet him, even though he died in 1994, 3 years after his sentence. "I would have liked to have met him," she said. "Maybe there's a third party or someone involved. But I have questions." But then some people reposted clips from the podcast episode on Reddit, asking why they needed to make Dahmer their own character, given the magnitude of his crimes and the potential offense to his victims' families. "I really don't understand what she was trying to achieve with this. His victims' families are still alive and well and say they hate that people are glamorizing him, making shows about him, and making his victims forget." One Reddit comment read, "She thinks she's being provocative, but she's just an insensitive person who doesn't care about the pain of others." Another commenter agreed, writing, "This is so disgusting. I'm very interested in crime, but the last thing I want to do is have dinner with a serial killer." Jeffrey Dahmer was a pedophile who murdered innocent people, mostly people of color, because he knew the police wouldn't take their disappearances too seriously. To joke about wanting to have dinner with him is disgusting and very offensive to the families of the victims who are still alive and affected by the tragedy, FYI. If you actually meet them, you'll soon see why. One commenter pointed out that the singer went too far, even though she asked the children's parents if they would mind speaking to them. "There's so much wrong with this statement," they wrote. "That's what you said in a Q&A with the children and their guardians. Couldn't you have pretended to choose someone out of all the people in the world who isn't a murderer, or at least choose someone who is more acceptable to the viewers? She's exaggerating now, but I wish she hadn't said it that way in the past." Quote,